Welcome, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder Kingmaker. We have taken over our barony, and I've been kind of clicking around here a little bit, to at least try to get my bearings. I was looking at our stats, and one question that I have, that if anybody has a non-spoilery answer for me, I'm curious if or how important it is to focus on all of these things, or if it's better or okay to focus on several of them and not as much on others. Maybe we'll figure that out here, but like, if we focused on culture and arcane and economy and military, and less on divine, I don't know. Maybe they're all equally important, which they all seem to have an importance of some type, so we'll see. We won't try to neglect anything at this point. I just clicked on this advisors panel and have not done anything here yet. I'm assuming this is where we need to assign people their jobs. Let's see what this is. The Regent. The Regent ensures subjects' complaints and concerns are heard by their ruler and serves as a link between the Baron and the people. Do we get some recommendations? Looks like it. We don't want our mercenary in there, it looks like. I wonder if you can hire a mercenary and build them in such a way to make them a good candidate for any of these jobs. Valerie strives to follow the letter of the law. Octavia always strives to solve problems peacefully. Who do we want in there? Before we decide that, let's look at the other openings. Counselor. It's interesting they put him in all these as an option. So he gets a -4 penalty for being a merc. Okay. Counselor deals with troubles of the common folk and helps settle land disputes and agricultural matters. This advisor ensures citizens remain loyal to the throne. We really only have one choice here at the moment. So we might as well put him in there. Okay, I guess... Oh, we must have a quest for filling each of these positions. Maybe I should have looked at our journal before going into this, but I don't know. I was curious about this part. General, highest ranking officer in the army of the barony, and is responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Okay. So we have our envoy, Castle, can go in there, or Ragongar or Amiri. Amiri favors the direct approach. Ragongar is hot-headed and direct. Castle always strives to help those in need. I'm fine putting our barbarian friend Amiri in there. I'm not sure we want a hothead in there. I'm assuming we can still take her out on in our party, even if she's in this position. Treasurer's duty is to keep the coffers of the barony full and ensure any gold spent is spent wisely. Ooh, we don't really have a good option here, huh? So we need to find a good treasurer. High priest, no matter what deity he serves, the high priest strives to satisfy the spiritual needs of all citizens in the barony. Okay, we've got a few here. It's like Harim has the best stats there. Harim favors unusual but effective solutions. Jad does his best to solve problems without disrupting local traditions. I'm fine with some unusual solutions, if they work. Okay, then our regent. We've got Octavia or Valerie. I think we'll put Octavia in there. I'm a little bit worried about Valerie being a little bit too adherent to the letter of the law. There might be times when we don't need that. So, at least for now, let's put her in there. So we have everything filled except our treasurer. I don't think we really want to just stick him in there. Now I wonder, I guess, there's going to be other openings. That's why some of these people didn't even, like Lindsay didn't appear in any of those. So then we have like some quests that show up here. So we're supposed to declare the outskirts a part of our kingdom. Oh, we have to pick an advisor for that. And these cost BP, build points. Is that what that was? Yeah. Takes 14 days. We can choose Octavia or Tristan. Interesting. Let's see what else we have here. Economy. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. That's 100 build points. This takes 60 days. Restore the Temple of the Elk to its former glory, making it the center of Aristil's worship in all the surrounding areas. Unlocks a special region upgrade and prevents pillaging the temple. That's 1,500 build points. Trade agreement with Sertova. Okay, we will keep our eye on that one. But obviously we won't be doing that anytime soon. Agreement with Joseph Salimius. Alright, he is going to give us build points. We didn't even know what that was at the time. And with our promise to work only with Restov's builders. So maybe we haven't actually accepted this yet. We don't have an advisor to even do it. Isvanki's offer. Isvanki Kieg, High Priest of Aristil from Rostov, has a strong interest in spreading the stag god's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Aristil at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally and a place of worship for Aristil. So Hiram could do that. Pillage the Temple of the Elk. So one of them was to restore it. This is to pillage it, plunder the Temple of the Elk, and rob it of all remaining treasure. We get some build points. Amiri can do that. Okay. So that's all we had there, looks like. So these must have an X on them because we aren't able to complete them at the moment. So here's our map. In Tuskdale. Enter. Constructing buildings. Each building has a cost and build points and time. Can construct more than one thing at once. Select a building from the list. Place an empty slot in settlement. Cool. Special bonuses. Buildings may provide special bonuses if you meet certain conditions. Most commonly, two buildings must stand close together to grant the bonus. It's kind of a adjacency bonus from Civilization. Some buildings can only be placed in designated spots. Pier must be built on water, a mill built with no other buildings around it. Okay. Cool, I didn't know we were going to get into a little bit of like Civ in this. Demolish a building to get rid of it and recover half of the resources you spent on construction. If you want to move a building, you have to demolish the old one. Gain half the resources you spent. Construct in the new desired slot for half the price. You don't have to spend any extra build points, but you'll have to wait for construction to finish in the new location. Cool. I really wasn't expecting... I mean, I knew there was some sort of kingdom management, but I didn't know we were getting to even build our little towns. Barracks, brewery, dance hall, granary, herbalist house, longhouse, lumberyard, monument, piers, shop, shrine, smithy, tavern, watchtower, windmill, wooden wall. So that, okay, it shows they all give a bonus to a different stat. We probably need to, yeah, this is where like, should we be focusing on relations since we're at 0? And culture and espionage? Or I'm guessing we want to push military and economy quite a bit. Definitely keep these others up. I have not noticed yet if there's like, is there any natural degradation to loyalty? Like over time, is that going to just drop if we did nothing? Seems like some of the buildings that give a bonus to more than one stat could be nice. Monuments, community, and loyalty. But again, at the moment, we're doing fine in those. We're such a small, like, are we so small that we don't need to worry about relations as much yet? Seems like maybe we would want to at least be gaining one rank, like getting everything to at least +1 a week might be good. That's at 0 a week. Arcane's 0. So those 4 in relations are all not gaining anything. We could build a brewery. Also gets +1 to loyalty when located with a windmill, and stability when located in a settlement with a tavern. Okay. So a brewery, a tavern, and a windmill. Plus, this windmill is +2 to community if it's got both a granary and a brewery. The tavern likes to be next to a longhouse. Or a barracks. Or both, I guess. How is a longhouse different? Okay, a longhouse is not just military like a barracks. That could be a potentially maybe good place to start, huh? Now, are we limited to these 10, 11 slots? How many things do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Or does this eventually grow out? Kind of looks like maybe we're... Oh, so the wall goes there. So we're maybe sort of limited to this square and this one spot out here. Oh yeah, build 0 of 10. We must... Okay. I think we should start building something. I'm thinking maybe a longhouse would be good. With the plan then to put... What was it? Tavern next to it. And then a brewery and a windmill. That doesn't really do anything for the economy. I guess the tavern will. We get some relations with the brewery, would be the only reason to maybe start with that. Tended to put a longhouse in the middle. It looks like lots of things like to be next to the longhouse. It says it affects all those things. We've got more. Okay. So we're going to have more options than what we see here. We've got lots. It's like lots of more things coming, which is cool. Okay. We put that in the center? I think so. Got to start somewhere. I need to look at the journal and make sure we're maybe not missing anything that we should be paying attention to. So we click out of here. I don't even know where we're at. Oh, we're sitting on our throne. There's Keston and Kessel and Octavia. Oh, we leveled up. Nice. Yeah, let's look at our journal here. Okay, we've got these kingdom quests. We're supposed to declare ownership of the outskirts. Appoint an advisor to a public post. Staglord didn't leave much of a legacy behind, just terrified villagers. Okay, we completed that. And we started constructing a building. Ancient Curse, next development in 41 days. Okay, this is what they told us about. There's nothing we can do now but prepare ourselves and the barony. The curse will strike around the time it reaches the power limit. Okay, so we're gonna get some kind of an attack. So probably focusing on our military is going to be important. I suppose both the military of our kingdom and our ability of our party to take on enemies. They estimate we have about a month, but this says 41 days, so which is it? They're estimating a month, and this is exactly how long it is? That's kind of unclear. Loyal servants. No country, neither Andorra nor Cheliax, could last a month without loyal and reliable leaders. It's time to appoint the right people. Okay, we appointed everyone except the treasurer. Some people would say that the most important position is that of the treasurer. The applicant for this position must be smart, well-educated, keen, honest, beyond a doubt. Do such mortals even exist? Apparently not. At least not in our barony. I'm not going to stick our mercenary in there. If we hadn't even hired him, he wouldn't even be an option. So I guess we need to find a treasurer. The one little quest we didn't finish before killing the Stag Lord was, or after killing the Stag Lord, was to go talk to Davik Nettle. So we need to do that. We will need to level up. I'm not going to go through that at the moment. I think we'll probably leave that for another episode. Still getting the lay of the land here. Let's maybe just do a little checking out of this area now and talk to some people. See what we've got in here. This is our personal stash. We could store stuff here. We still have some things we picked up in that Stag Lord fight that we haven't really looked at. With some weapons and things that we may or may not need. Check in with Keston.
How may I serve you, Your Grace?
I'm glad you're voicing your speech to us, Keston. I'm still dealing with a cold, and I don't want to have to read what you tell me. I guess we didn't ask him this. What did you do to be exiled? I believe I have a right to know.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else. And I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and
I feel like he already told us this.
I would have rather died than leave my Tanya. So I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love.
Yeah, I remember him telling us that already.
Don't imagine that I ask for pity.
I wonder why it was
Everyone
not
gets
grayed
what they
out.
deserve.
I don't remember him showing up in any of our advisor options. If I were to offer you a position, what job would you like to do?
I believe I can manage to uphold the law. Being a warden would serve
Okay,
me
that
well.
wasn't one of our available options yet. See you later. So, how do we get back to that? Okay, here. This must be... Alright. Yeah, okay, so he's down here, but we don't have a warden opening. Oh, we need to look at that. Was it a project? Yeah, we still have our projects to pick from. Where's the one that was here? Clear the outskirts. Seems like we should just go ahead and do this. Octavia or Tristan? They both seem like they'd be pretty chill about this job. Tristan has a little bit higher bonus there. Tristan cares for the people over all other concerns. Octavia strives to solve problems peacefully. Tristan could potentially get us in conflict if he thinks people are getting screwed over. Octavia may look at things a little more objectively if it means avoiding a fight. I think I feel a little bit better about her handling this. It does use 150 build points, but seems like we should go ahead and do that. I'm hoping that doesn't mean that puts her out of commission for 14 days. I guess we'll find out. Oh, that actually like ticks by 14 days. Okay. Interesting. We have some new regions now we can claim, I guess. One of your barony stats has reached 20 points. Time to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisors, discuss the future. Your advisors might disapprove. Or if we argue too much, they might quit forever. Okay. After you talk to an advisor and make a decision, a new kingdom project will become available that will increase a stat rank. You can find it at the bottom center of the screen on the Projects tab. It will take you and your advisor 14 days to complete the project. Time will be automatically sped up until the project is completed. Yeah, it would have been nice to know that before we just started that last one, but that's fine. Now we know. Now I'm kind of thinking, like, was it good to be expanding like that already? But guess we'll see. So we've got some people wanting to talk to us. Hiram and a random advisor. I suppose that also means now, like, the that's not in here. The whatever Jod and Tristan are worried about that was coming in 41 days, now it's down to 26 days. Okay, we have to go back to the throne room to talk to them. It's Tristan? Yeah. Greetings, Baron. I am sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief. But many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baron, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only for those of wealth and status? Let us reassure your people, show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. We shall hold a fair for the common people. I want them to know that I hold them closest. We shall hold a luxurious dinner party for the merchants. The support of our wealthiest citizens is essential. Gain 20 build points. I don't care to arrange anything. We can do without festivities and feasts. Or we can tell him to figure it out himself. This is going to make him mad. Oh, here. So that's +2 to economy and relations. +2 to community and culture. Or +20 build points. I guess this is maybe the more like chaotic neutral type choice. Or this. This is going to make him mad. If we do this, I suppose he's going to choose this, and then we probably don't get the effects. You know what? Why not have a big party for everybody? Get some community and culture. We'd keep him happy. I'm really tempted to do this one. But I don't like leaving those stat bonuses on the table. This, I mean, 20 build points, I guess, is not nothing, but this is kind of just a jerk thing to say, it seems like. Yeah, let's go for it. We'll hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to his people. So many choices. Hiram looks embarrassed. He runs his fingers through his beard and clears his throat a few times, then speaks at last. I heard, not that it is important, but, well, out with it. I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the Five Kings Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one. But the road itself is still here, and possibly not only the road. Hiram holds his beard in his fist. Well, Modus Deo, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Sure. Yeah, if we find them, we'll take you to them. Oh. It's gonna make him upset, though. He's an emotional fella. Why are you asking this? I shouldn't, probably, but it's like a wound that's never healed. You know it will only hurt more, but you still need to scratch it. Of course, it's foolish and vain, but still I wish to look at them. Yeah, I mean, we'll do it for you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, apparently. Jod's here now. Your Grace, I was at Oleg's trading post recently and I noticed old Bakken just standing there, bored to death with nothing to do. Should have told him to go pick some berries. This is most unfortunate. After all, the old grumbler is a very knowledgeable alchemist. However, he has no use for his skills, since the locals need nothing more than the simplest of healing potions. And then it struck me. Why don't you hire him as your court alchemist? His decoctions and tinctures would certainly prove most useful to you. Also, it might be cheaper than simply buying from him or some other merchant. Sounds like a plan. That it? No more requests? So we got a quest to talk to Bakken. Okay. Got a new quest for Harim. So let's look at our table again. I thought we were going to get out of this room, but we're still here. That's fine though. I like this. Start the rank up project. That because loyalty is at 20 points to rank up. I don't know if I want to tick through 14 days again already. I'm worried about that incoming attack. We got somebody else in the throne room now. Or these are the ones we just did. This is why I came here. Okay. Still have nobody there. Okay. We haven't really moved from this spot, but we're going to end this episode here. Still dealing with this cold, and it makes it tough to get through this much talking. But I hope to be back at it again, and I hope you'll join me next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.